Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Chick Smooth. Glad you guys are enjoying the content. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you can know when I post. I post really often, about 4 times a day. All right. So, if you're enjoying this content, hit the Cash App if you want to donate. Subscribe to my channel. Let's get right into this one.
25 is premium, man.
20, yeah, that's
I mean, you
depending on how
don't
you
have
look
like
at premium.
I'm saying you don't have like an inner circle, deeper thing,
No.
Close
$100,000,
friend.
No,
some sort of
no,
like,
that is a standard 3-tier available for everybody. There isn't.
yeah.
I do have plans to roll out a higher tier, but nowhere anytime soon.
Yeah. Interesting.
Have you been impressed with the amount of, or surprised by the amount of people that have actually signed up for the $25 level?
No. My research since 2008 has led me there. Like even when the shows didn't really sell out, like the hip hop shows, when they didn't really sell out, the meet and greets always sold out. You know what I mean? So that's an interesting stat to look at when your regular admission $20 ticket is not really going, but your $100 ticket, the line is around the corner. So that has been my fan base for a long time. Like, I kind of wanted to start with a higher tier because that's what my fan base, that's what they on. They if there's more of it to get, then they want it. So this was pretty modest. This was a pretty modest amount. Check the layout, get comfortable in the house type of thing. But when I have more to offer, then yeah, I would definitely up it.
I think it's impressive, man. That's 25 that's half a Wi-Fi bill, damn near. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's pretty fucking impressive that somebody, because they're not paying for it once. They're saying, yo, I'll add this to my monthly expenses. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a tremendous.
Just to hear a grown man talk about Patrick Mahomes. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, let's look at it this way. In my research, what I found was that there were other creators who their premium tier maybe was $100. Some of the other creators, their premium tier was $500, and what they were willing to offer was unlimited, right? So just depends on how creators are customizing their shit. I'm not going to create, to make a joke of it, the $500 tier for you to sit down and have a date with Joe Budden, right? Like, that's not realistic. But under 5, 10, 25, maybe 50 tops once touring is back and you could talk about some other offers. Yeah, cool. But yeah, no, most of them, that's what I'm shocked at. Most of them are 25. I wouldn't have thought that.
That's fire.
I also think it's important that you thought that, you think about, just because you know that you can get a bigger price doesn't mean that you create the bigger price. Like your mindset is, what am I giving for this bigger price? You don't want to, rip people off or, charge them what you think their maximum purse is worth or anything just because you can. You want to make sure you substantiate that with the material that you're providing to them. So I think,
that's always important in my business. I've never ran it the other way. I've always like delivered for free or over delivered for mad long to whereas the audience was comfortable and they know it's not about you just banging them over the head. Even with the podcast now that we produce or sign to the network, I don't encourage anybody to just start a podcast and then start a Patreon, even though I'm involved with Patreon. Like, that just wouldn't make sense to me. It sends the wrong message to your base, to your audience. You just look like you begging. It's nasty to me.
Yep, exactly.
So with the equity piece, Joe, with that position, are you recruiting, or are all the deals like basically run past you to make sure that they're optimal deals, or how exactly does that work?
Well, no, I mean, all the deals ain't going to run by me because the business model is the business model, which is we aligned there. The creators get the cut. The end. There's nothing to talk about there. But no, the more the merrier. I think it's now just about having somebody that will actually be vocal about some of the stuff that's happening at the company, and somebody to help them think through some of the stuff. Because what I find in most of my encounters with the companies is that The board members have no idea what the fuck is going on. They just board members. Some of the people in charge of the budgets, they don't really know what's shifting culture, what gets conversation. They don't know shit about shit. They're looking at data, they got some money, and that's it. There's nobody to advise them. Like, there's nobody to say, hey, might not be the greatest idea. Let's try things this way, or let's take steps to go this way. If you got a company that's working in concert with you on some of them things, like the shit I'm talking